turn the ego to my house. What are we waiting for? Life can be tough. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood, we're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick, and we're off from Levi's Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Now we're going to have a break in the action as one of the Cardinals is in some pain, and they'll be out to look at him.
Hold it ready.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Let's go.
They're going to try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. That's no way to treat your reigning conference player of the week as they dump him for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. To the air on 3rd and long. Hits his running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And it doesn't have the leg they called on from deep, but he just can't get it there. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. They're going play action. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Give him 25 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And send a receiver left.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. Behind the line, he lost that football. Unfortunately, the Cardinals made it to that one first. They'll maintain possession. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop in. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, go.
Now looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
18, track him 60. 60 left, left wing 19. 18 left, 18 left.
Throw here, 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Picked up a 34 yards on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Let's go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to the well again. He's out in the clear. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
Here we go, Cougar 19.
Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Working now from the gun. Flush out now to his left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Bent. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down.
Wrap ball 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
We're at the end of one in a defensive showdown that has lived up to its billing thus far. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Levi Stadium right after this.
On the set.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down.
6. 70 Lion. Come 19. Come 19. Jab 60. Jab 60. Let's go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And he has it near the sideline and near the bunker. They're going to say he's out of bounds. A big play on 3rd, but now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
This is like watching paint dry.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Sanders sends it through, and they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Throwing now, another shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talked about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Short pass brought in. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Finds a man right side. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Now pressure coming. That That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get him 7 there. It's third down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
This is third down.
All right, 2 yards to go here on third down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Davis motioning left. Here he is on third and short. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They'll run here on first down. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Escapes out to the left. Massive hits, the ball's out. And the 49ers get to it. Look, you know I'm always trying to be positive, partner. You take away the ending, it was a great drive. Everything they were hoping for, but all that work and effort, it's gone.
And all that people are going to remember is that ending kick. That's all that unfortunately matters for this offense.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Buys time, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet, but there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
And the play clock expires. This is going to cost them half the distance. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Now, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's third and even longer now.
Viking 18. Mustang 19.
From his end zone, third and long. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. In his first effort, a tough one. It's going to come from the back of his own end zone. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. The return begins on their side of midfield. He rips this all the way to the red zone. Excellent return.
At the 14-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take the lead on the first play of the drive. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
18, let's go. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
He put everything he had into this one. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go now. 73, 7, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 65 cat, 65 cat. Riggs. Warrior 70.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He gets it to Rice. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the 49ers the first. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from Levi Stadium in just a moment. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Still sticking with the passing game. Caught by his back. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a punt. Go get a completion or at a premium in this league. There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage against good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd down from the gun. Has him on a quick hitter. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Jump off, caught by his back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
They are throwing it again. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Cardinals regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did. I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Throwing from the gun. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Reese, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Setting up the running back screen. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Looking to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
He'll throw it. He put everything he's got behind it. They connect on the deep shot. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10.
Let's go now.
Now we're on the counter. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down.
Let's go.
Handoff headed right. Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Well, just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Now a give on the counter. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
New set of downs from 37.
Let's go.
Go right side, and McBride has it. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Zone read give here to Barkley. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Here we go. Set.
No throw. Third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Harrison Jr.
The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt the field goal. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up.
10, 19.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Complete out to the right side. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Come on, set. 70 Lions.
They'll run it from the gun. All right, short on marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
At the 44-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. They give it to him again. That's the 1st and more inside the 45. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers start the second half with some needed points. Sanders connects on the point after. And the 49ers tie things 10-10.
Jason Sanders.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Sending the tight end in motion left. They'll start this series with an option left. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Throwing now on 1st down. And he's able to get it past midfield and down on the 49er side.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a shift. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Bernardo Green with that tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Third and 4 coming up now. Looking in the air here. He's got McBride complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
We've got 1st down here from the 36. Davis, the motion man right. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
It's quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find the throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
And put a receiver in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. That's to come. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
It's a screen to Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. That's where they're going to be set up for this first and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of him just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They'll run here. It's Benson. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play in first and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
So from the 3, here's second and goal.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Set. 60 even. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hook.
He's dropping back to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
And go.
Throwing off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take the lead as Tom runs out here in the third. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they balked on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up first and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
70 Lions. 15, 5 years. Warrior 70.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Working now from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far brings up second down.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60, half to 60, half to 60. Hey, smash. Motion, motion. Tracking 60.
3rd and long for him here. Hits his running back. And this one won't get there. Looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I love watching those running backs do their drill, especially in practice where they just keep those legs churning. They keep those legs moving for situations just like that one.
Finds him over the middle. And the Cardinals pick it up. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow. While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
On the set.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Go.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Running for the marker on 2nd. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds after the big gain, now down inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up, and you can reset those downs.
Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
At the 13-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. This time it's a passing play. They did it! He made the interception! And the 49ers have some new life in the 4th! There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Rolling from the gun here. Pearsall there to grab it. They'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Give him 5 on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Go! Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw here. Taken in on the right side by Pearsall. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Still sticking with the passing game. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he got free. And after all that running, he ends up out of bounds deep behind the line of scrimmage. Not even a throwaway. That's going to count as a sack.
Well, as a quarterback, I hate to assign blame to the position, but on that one, you just got to throw it away for an incompletion. We still need to give credit to the defense, no question, which helped flush him from the pocket in the first place.
19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Go.
He's back to throw. A crucial mistake late. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Cardinals take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Cardinals leading by 7. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Benson. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Cardinals go up by 2 scores. 13 points in the 4th. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
At the 37-yard line.
2nd down pass play coming. Completed to his running back. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Offense is hurrying, time running down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Left side secured by Ayuk. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
At the Cardinals' 46-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Offense up to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He's going to throw it again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be be hit and sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Set. 70 line. 70 range. 70 range. Go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Throwing now. Completes it downfield to Pearsall. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's first down. From the red zone now. Makes the catch. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Sticking to the air here. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The 49ers will call their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Looking to throw it. Throw left side, complete. And he hits the end zone, touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
19 line.
Here he is to throw. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And this will be recovered by the Cardinals. That ought to do it for us here. And he works this to the 38 before going now.
Let's go now.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock.
Let's go.
Sign quarterback run here. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.